welcome to the Breaking Bitcoin Market Update. It's Tuesday, September 14th, 2021. Hard to believe, but yes, we're halfway into the month. Welcome back, everybody. Big shout outs to our audience. Very sorry, of course, we missed the Monday update, guys. I was swamped. I was working all weekend on a big move. Got to help somebody in the family move. They are in a major bind. Their house closes tomorrow, kind of today, kind of officially tomorrow, and they left their move for the last minute. And on top of that, they had a pile of stuff in their house. It's not done yet. As soon as I finish the show, I gotta go back there and get the last little bit done. But I'm back, guys, and of course I'm joined as always by two of CC's esteemed analysts. Yes, Jason and Alex are with me right now. We're kicking it. Let's hear from Alex first. Alex, how you doing?
I'm well, thank you.
All right, Jason. Jason, what's happening?
Doing well. Overall, glad that I wasn't in a ton of positions over the weekend. Of course, with that, we were talking about that just before. The chop was kind of unreal over the weekend on how quickly and volatilely we were just moving around. But as for now, I'm glad that I'm mostly sitting on my hands here, because the market's just kind of won't make up its mind here. It's kind of interesting that I have no idea where we're headed at the moment, but it's going to be interesting getting into the charts.
All right, yeah, certainly will, guys. Gonna, of course, cover the latest in the market action. Bitcoin, of course, today is up a few points, guys. Seems like we're getting a little bit of a reprieve today. Did you spend the weekend looking at the charts, thinking that Bitcoin and some of the majors are swirling around the bull as we speak, ready to make their next move down to 42K? Well, we've mostly gone sideways, kind of bitterly hung on to support yesterday. Of course, price action move as low as 43.3, but we're currently at 46.5, guys. Overhead resistance, I think, is somewhere around the 48 to 50K range. So will we test resistance? Will we move up a little more from here? Guys, I sniped a pretty cool limit log entry on EOS in the midst of this massive dump here, guys. My entry's pretty good on that. I would like to hope that, well, we climb up from here, guys. Was this hanging around here at the support enough to flip people short just in time for the bulls to stop them out in the other direction? This is it's a volatile market, guys, so everybody trade safely. But we're gonna get into all this.
Did we lose Jack?
Oh, did we? Am I down?
We almost lost him, Jack.
I think I'm here. How long did I disappear for?
No, you cut out there for like. Yep, you're good now.
Okay. Was I cut out for long or just a few?
Now, a couple seconds.
Okay, brilliant. Yes. My upload speed is all. Yep. My VPN has been nothing but trouble lately. Okay, give me 1 second, guys. Okay, if the connection problems keep up, I might have to do a slight tweak. But in the meantime, I see my connection's restored to green. So let's get into it, guys. We do have an hour and a half ahead of us, looking at everything from, of course, the news, quick rundown, market scan, I guess. We're going to shout out the audience, of course, open a DLive chest today. And finally, yeah, we're going to get to your requests as well. So hang tight. We're going to get to that request line in just a minute. All right. In the meantime, let's open the show, guys. Let's get into the news. We're going to cover a couple of stories here. All right, let's go ahead and proceed. Man, my connection, I think I see red status in the back. Do let me know in the comments, guys, if you're watching live on YouTube or DLive. Do you notice the connection being a little wavy today? Do let me know. I will adjust if necessary. But in the meantime, let's get into the news. Bitcoin, let's get to this first piece here. UDOT.today, Bitcoin finally prints a golden cross. Our bulls now in charge. Well, we don't put too much stake in these golden crosses.
People keep saying this golden cross is. I don't know. I've been trying to find it on, like,
right.
I don't know if they're talking about the 200 and the 50, but
they
it's
are
already passed. I don't get it.
They are. It's the 200 and the 50-day moving average, not the EMAs. I guess just a simple moving average. And indeed, I think there is a bit of a cross up occurring. We of course don't put too much stake into this, guys, but it is one of the main memes, price action memes circulating in the space today. So at the very least, I will mention it. Yes, the 200 and the 50-day moving average are finally crossing up. This is of course what's known as the golden cross. If you're, of course, watching on YouTube right now, you can see here very roughly on this gentleman's chart that he posted here, the yellow is crossing above the red line in this case. But I think we'll save further thoughts on this cross-up, which we don't put too much stake into in this channel, in a few minutes when Alex gets on the horn. In the meantime, let's continue. I have more substantive stories to look at. This one comes from the Block Crypto, and it's titled "Solana Experiencing Action Stoppage as Developers Report a quote intermittent instability." Hello? Yep.
Jack?
Oh, I broke up. Yes, I'm back. Very brief hiccups in my connection, guys. If that keeps happening, which it is, okay, bear with me 1 second, guys. I am going to briefly interrupt the stream.
Your old router?
No, I'm not, but my VPN has lately, the upload sucks when I'm on it, so
Put the old router back in, did he?
Yeah. Oh, no, he is using the old router.
I'm not. But what I will do, guys, just hang tight. Just wait 1 moment. I'm going to kill my VPN, and the stream will be restored in about 10 seconds. We should be back now, guys. Yep. Let me just go over and double check that the YouTube is still running. Yep, here's Restream restored. And yes, I think we're back. All right. Yes, we're back, guys. All right, sorry for that interruption, everyone. I just did have to log off my VPN. I don't know what's going on with my VPN lately. It sucks. The upload has been choppy, but alas, we're back. We're back. All right, back into what I was just talking about. That's, of course, the news. Let's continue. All right, so again, Solana experiences a transaction stoppage. Let's get into this piece from the Block Crypto. Transaction blocks appear to be not processing over on the Solana blockchain according to available data and complaints from the network's users. Data published by Block Explorer's Solscan and Solana Beach indicate that the last transaction block currently occurred about 2 hours ago. That's according to, at the time of print of this article here. Solana mainnet beta is experiencing intermittent instability, said a message written on Twitter from the Solana Foundation. Posted earlier today around 8:30 a.m. Quote, "This began approximately 45 minutes ago and engineers are investigating the issue." Phantom, a wallet service built on Solana, said in a tweet about 10 a.m. earlier today. Solana network appears to be experiencing intermittent instability. Phantom and other applications having trouble connecting, blah, 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 blah. All right, guys. Well, it goes to show you this is yet another example, and I talk about this all the time, especially in the NFT space. You talk to so many people who are like, oh my God, why are we using Ethereum? Why is it so expensive? Ethereum sucks. Let's go with Solana. Let's go to these other chains. And
by the way, this story evolved. They actually shut Solana down. Did you know that you can do that with a centralized blockchain? Yeah, you can just shut it down.
They
took Solana offline.
Well, that is disastrous, guys, and it kind of goes to show you that, yeah, with proof of work, there's always, generally, there's always miners on the network, kind of searching for the next block, regardless of what the state of the network it really is. Whereas with proof of stake, and, alternative, blockchains, right? There are, in fact...
authority, but yes. Yeah, Solana is centralized.
Very centralized.
That's their give on the speed, security, and centralization paradox. They gave on centralization.
Exactly. So there is no free lunch, and one thing this story does demonstrate is that once other chains, even the ones that boast incredible throughput and being able to do all this that Ethereum can't, when push comes to shove and the pressure comes down on them, the load increases. Once the activity builds on these alt chains, what do we often see? They cave, they crumble, they cannot sustain the pressures, even with, as Alex said, the compromises they made. In order to help support that additional throughput. I remember back in the day, it was the same deal. I remember EOS. EOS was going to be the be-all, end-all. It was really going to upset the Ethereum apple cart. And I remember once the product launched, once things kind of began popping off on the network, well, guess what? It also had stability issues. It had issues with throughput. So clearly, I know, and again, my own experience, I constantly hear in the NFT space, because again, NFT people are maybe not so crypto savvy as us regular crypto folk, but they frequently lament Ethereum and its fees. And one thing I will often remind them is, guys, Ethereum still works even when the network's busy. It doesn't fold up and collapse. And even though the fees can be high, guys, it still supports the throughput and it keeps working. Everybody else is like, well, if I get my shot at bat, I'm gonna knock it out of the park. But when they finally, make it onto the stage, they get the stage fright, and a lot of these competing chains frequently don't live up to their promises. So I guess.
I mean, there's a reason that Ethereum is breaking under the pressure of the number of users. It's a lot of users, and none of these other chains can take the load either, including Matic. I've seen Matic stutter to a halt a few times on much less volume than Ethereum endures on a daily basis.
Indeed.
I think all things considered, Ethereum has held up admirably well, all things considered.
Absolutely the case.
A little expensive.
And so, yeah, even with the high costs and everything involved, it still works. It still serves its functions. Transactions still get processed, guys. So don't ever bash even what we think.
Unlike on ADA, unlike on Solana, where
Mhm.
transactions haven't been getting processed from these places.
Everybody takes shots at Ethereum until they have to step up to the plate, right? So that's just how the space goes. So Solana experiencing difficulties. Of course, that's Solana kind of trending hard in recent weeks.
ALGO said that aren't proof of stake chains destined to collapse once the bear market hits and people start unstaking to sell in the stablecoins? You would think so, but a lot of the people who view it as a long-term investment, they'll just leave it in there. I know people who left their vet nodes, just running through the entirety of the bear market, their VeChain nodes. So some people will unstake and some people will go into stable coins, but for the larger projects, enough of them will stick around to make validation still happen, and it won't be a huge deal. It'll survive the bear market.
But yeah, in general, indeed, it is a different security model, and proof of stake hasn't had enough time, I think, on the market to really be tested and put through the paces. So in many ways, proof of work, I think, is it's demonstrated to work. We kind of know in the ways it works and in the ways it can be attacked, and it's proven itself over the last several years to work. And I still think proof of stake is the jury's still out on proof of stake. We haven't seen, we'll see now, I guess, with Ethereum and maybe a few others, but proof of stake hasn't really, I think, been put to the true test. So I think there's still some things waiting to be proven, I think, with proof of stake. So there's that. Alex81SG, thank you for that. Let's continue with this next one. Here's another Ethereum killer on the menu today. This comes from U.Today. Cardano's Alonzo update to over 100 smart contracts are already running on the network. All right, it's a bit of a milestone for the Cardano network. The world's third biggest blockchain has completed its Alonzo upgrade that brings smart contract technology to the network. Implementation of the tech will help Cardano build a wide range of financial applications. Cardano is preventatively solving the main issues of competing for blockchain space by using predictable transaction costs. All right. Well, Cardano, of course, launching as a proof of stake blockchain out of the gate, and they finally added, well, yeah, smart contract applications. You know what this means, right, guys? Failed NFTs and failed alt projects abound coming your way to Cardano. What's old is going to be new again. I don't know. Does Cardano use a form of Solidity? Is Ethereum's contracts?
I don't think they are EVM compatible. I'm pretty sure Cardano did their own thing.
All right. Well, if it's their own thing, maybe we won't see too many copycats. Maybe there's some work will have to be put into porting existing ideas.
As a matter of fact, I think it's a drawback for Cardano. To come out in the middle of the market where there's all these developers and basically say, yeah, you gotta relearn stuff if you want to come work on our chain. It just doesn't seem like a very smart business direction.
And doesn't very quickly lead to innovation. That's for damn sure. That's more like giving yourself.
Well, I mean, I think ADA proponents would say, well, it is innovative. That's why it has to be different.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm sure that it is. I mean, clearly, the creator or the main lead behind Cardano, Charles Hoskinson, he went separate ways from Ethereum. So indeed, they must have had a divergence in their thoughts and their vision for such a blockchain. So I imagine there are some key differences. The guy wouldn't have left Ethereum for no reason. But I guess now is Cardano's time to shine. We will see if anything substantive is built on Cardano. I suspect what we will have is well, a whole bunch of ICO, NFT clones. We'll see. Old existing ideas. Ported over to Cardano. Hey, my number might still go up.
We're not exactly in the creative stage of the bull market.
But I presume we'll see DEXs launch on there. Basically much of what you already have on Ethereum and other chains probably gonna reappear on Cardano. Everybody's got a DEX, right? Everybody has a few marketplaces and so forth, so I guess we will look at that. Alright, the rest of this, of course, reads like a major puff piece for Cardano. U.Today definitely shilling Cardano in this article, so I'm not going to read much further. It kind of just extols the virtues of Cardano and quotes the creator on a few matters here. I will leave the link below, guys, if you do want to hear about the latest aspirations for the Cardano team with the Alonso update going live. All right, here's a piece from ZY Crypto titled "Bitcoin Set to Become Legal Tender in the Ukraine, Crypto at the Top of Ukraine's Financial Agenda." Bitcoin becoming more of a global phenomenon as more countries are paying attention and adopting it as currency standard. According to experts, Ukraine is gravitating towards becoming the next country to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender. There are indications that the country is leaning more into Bitcoin, and at the end of the end goal of the current Ukrainian government could be to become a dual currency country like El Salvador. As recently reported, Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky sent a delegation to meet with its counterparts in El Salvador ahead of creating a plan to put crypto adoption at the top of the country's financial agenda. One expert, a Professor Vachilev Yevgeny, I think this is Yevgeny, is it not? Yevgenev, believes the plan is for Ukraine to become Bitcoin legal tender by the start of 2023 and even maybe eventually phase out the country's current currency, the Hryvnia. Man, Ukraine I am not familiar with. The professor thinks it's likely to happen as Ukraine has a lot of similarities with El Salvador. Ukraine, like the Central American country, has a millennial president who has become very outspoken about Bitcoin. The country also has a diverse energy mix that can attract a lot of Bitcoin miners. To top it all off, Ukraine happens to have a very young population with a strong desire to come out of the shadow of its powerful neighbor, Russia. Quote, "The project will take less than 2 years to complete with or without the support of the international financial authorities and will see Bitcoin become the dominant currency of the Ukraine," said the professor on the delegation. All right. Well, I'm not going to keep going, guys. This is a lengthy article. I will drop a link in the description below. But indeed, we talked about this just the other day. El Salvador, that is the opening shot, the opening salvo in this fintech arms race toward adopting crypto on a national level, I guess. Ukraine just the second one to be, looks like, throwing its hat in the ring. Yeah, a lot of these marginalized nations that seem to be kind of like these focal points of proxy wars and geopolitical conflict. Go figure, they're the ones that we're seeing exploring this idea. Is it wise to snub the global elite and their financial system? Maybe not, but hey, this is history in the making. It certainly is fascinating times. Story we're going to keep following, but very well could be that Ukraine becomes the number 2 behind El Salvador in adopting crypto and Bitcoin as legal tender. Interesting times we live in, indeed. All right, what is this? Spam call? No, not picking that up. All right, let's keep it going. What do we have next for the news, guys? Just a few more minutes and we'll get into the next segment. Stand by. This one comes from Blockworks, ARK Investments. Kathy Woods is bullish on Ethereum as proof of stake transition nears. All right, Kathy Woods, I guess one of our most prominent spokespeople in the space. Let me see something here. Did we lose somebody? Oh, we lost me or Alex?
Well, you cut out.
I cut out briefly. Yeah, I just saw my network status drop to yellow for a very brief second, but Alex isn't here right now. I wonder what happened to Alex. Alex, come back.
I'm sure he'll be back.
I'm sure he'll come back, guys. Bear with us just a second. All right. And don't mind the Alex's bubble blinking green right now. That's me speaking. I'll fix that in a minute. All right, so this piece here concerning Kathy Wood's over at ARK Investments. ARK Investments, Kathy Wood doubled down on her crypto conviction, price predictions, and a renewed enthusiasm for Ethereum itself. Wood said her firm is keeping an eye on Ether.
Again, Jack.
Yeah, my connection sucks today. What is going on, guys? Even with my my VPN off, I'm noticing some blips into the red on my network meter here. Guys, bear with me. I do apologize. And Alex is still missing as well. It's just an awkward day. It's an awkward day, clearly, for the internet and all tech everywhere.
Yeah, crypto guys trying to keep us off the.
Yeah, whoever broke Solana is coming through to break our business as well, apparently. All right, let's. Bear with me, guys. Do leave a comment in the live chat if it's unbearably choppy or, buffering or whatever. Do let me know. In the meantime, let's have a look here. So indeed, Kathy Woods and her firm ARK Investment are keeping an eye on Ethereum. While ARK doesn't own any NFTs, according to Woods, she said that the explosive growth in the use of Ethereum thanks to NFTs is bringing new investment opportunities. Quote, Ether is seeing an explosion in developer activity thanks to NFTs and DeFi. I'm fascinated with what's going on in DeFi, she said, which is collapsing the cost of the infrastructure for financial services in a way that I know that traditional finance industry does not appreciate right now. Indeed, she does not. Oh, you're back. Welcome back. Internet acting funky, guys. We're getting a lot of curveballs. While you were gone, Alex, I said whoever crashed Solana's network today is probably turning their firing cannons toward us.
They don't want you to know the truth.
Indeed.
Exactly. That's what I said. We're getting silence from the inside now.
Yep, too close to the truth, guys. That's how you know you're over the target. Picking favorites, yes. So according to 13F filings, ARK Investment Management is the largest holder of Grayscale's Ethereum Trust, holding approximately $16 million in shares. Aside from Ether, Wood is still quite bullish on Bitcoin, predicting prices to possibly hit the six-figure range. Again, guys, if you want any bullish hopium this Tuesday, here's one. Quote, we believe the price will be tenfold what it is today. Instead of 45,000, I think it will be over 500,000, Wood said on stage. But that requires, quote, companies to continue to diversify their cash into something like Bitcoin and institutional investors start allocating 5% of their funds into Bitcoin, she added. Yeah, indeed. If the wider corporate and fund management world does in fact start begin diversifying, even as little as 5% of their portfolios into Bitcoin, well, indeed, that could very well result in a world where Bitcoin is $500,000 a coin or more. Let's see here. When asked what crypto she'd hold if she could only pick one, she responded that answering the question is becoming harder and harder, but she insisted she'd probably still pick Bitcoin. Yes, Bitcoin is the smart money right now. I think is picking the leading horse in the race. Let's see here. I think I'd still be default to Bitcoin, she said, because countries are now deeming it legal tender, and we still haven't put that into our thinking, she said. ARK holds some almost $300 million worth of shares of Grayscale's Bitcoin Trust, and it makes up approximately 5.5% of ARK's next generation internet ETF. However, according to a recent filing from ARK, the fund is now able to hold, quote, exchange-traded funds domiciled in Canada. Ah, yes, that's right, the ETF that launched in Canada. This comes as SEC continues to delay approval for a Bitcoin ETF in America. Investors are now looking to Toronto, which first listed a Bitcoin ETF earlier this year. Blah, 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 blah. All right, so there's Kathy Wood, I think one of our most prominent spokespeople in the space. Thank you. Hats off to Kathy Wood for holding it down and even, circulating some very lofty price targets for Bitcoin. That's a good way to get people's imagination fired up. All right. What time is it? 1:32. Man, I got to kind of wrap the news up soon, if not now. Which of these stories do I really want to talk about? I might just leave the links in the description below. Elizabeth Warren and Gary Gensler placed Coinbase in an oversight crosshairs. Last week, crypto price plunge and subsequent crypto exchange failures illustrate the need for the SEC to regulate crypto exchanges, said Senator Elizabeth Warren. Gary Gensler, the chairman of the SEC, appeared before the Senate Banking Committee on Tuesday morning, that's today, to give testimony to the SEC's work. Cryptocurrency was a leading subject, which Gensler anticipated with a wry And now for the crypto in his opening remarks. All right. In one particularly focused exchange, Senator Warren criticized crypto's claims to financial inclusion. Quote, "We hear a lot about how crypto is all about financial inclusion," she said. "I want to test this out with you. If crypto is an improvement over the existing financial system." All right, so referring to last week's crash, Warren said, "In a matter of hours, 400 billion in market value just disappeared." She brought up a hypothetical retail investor who lost all his money after investing on Monday night. Needing to withdraw, the investor would find crypto exchanges like Coinbase temporarily down. That investor, Warren and Gensler agreed, would have no recourse as there is no federal regulatory regime for crypto exchanges. They specifically singled out Coinbase, with Gensler decrying that they didn't have to register as a securities exchange, even though they have dozens of tokens that might be considered securities. Then, referring to avenues like DeFi exchanges,
Wow, this is like a stab in the back for like Coinbase has done everything right that you could possibly do. Coinbase is like just a big narc, right? Like they're like they sold all our data to the government. They're like, here's all our records, everything. Like look at everything. Hired all the best lawyers. They got the former SEC people to come fucking work for them, and this is what they get.
Corpo non grata with the current admin, I guess. But it's about an expected about face, I guess, from the admin. But what can you do? What can you do? But indeed, Coinbase, even the golden boy Coinbase. We're not even talking about Binance. Even Coinbase in the oversight crosshairs of the current admin. Well, Coinbase, I wish you the best of luck. It's time to take some of those fat profits and put them into more lobbyists, more lawyers, I guess. Best of luck there. All right, here's one boomer billionaire, Howard Marks, acknowledging Bitcoin has advantages relative to gold. The Oak Tree Capital's chairman said said different back in 2017, and now he understands the arguments in favor of Bitcoin. All right, it only took a few years for Bitcoin to finally sink into the brain of this particular boomer. In a recent episode of We Study Billionaires podcast, Oak Tree's Howard Marks shared his thoughts on Bitcoin, which have drastically changed since he was outspokenly negative about it back in 2017. The billionaire investor said that he could now understand many arguments in favor of Bitcoin, including its similarities and advantages compared to gold. Here's just one quote, guys, and we're going to move on to the next one. "There's a big argument that Bitcoin is digital gold, and it has some of the qualities of gold in the sense of being inflation resistant and maybe crisis resistant, but relative to gold, it has advantages," he said. "You don't have to pay to store it. It's not challenging to send it someplace or move it around, and you can spend it, which you can't really do with gold." All right, yeah, it's well summarized. He does, in fact, does apparently a bit of time, and he has a new appreciation for Bitcoin. I will leave the link below, guys, if you want to read more about his appearance on this podcast and some other comments he made concerning gold. But yes, even the boomers, even the gold bug boomers are realizing Bitcoin has major advantages. All right. I promise this will be one of the last things I read. Michael Saylor on Twitter wrote, MicroStrategy purchasing an additional 5,000 Bitcoin for about 250 million in cash. Average price of 48K per BTC. We hodl over 114 Bitcoins, blah, blah, blah. Average entry, 27K. All right, MicroStrategy, just buying that dip, guys. Apparently, you're wondering, is this little consolidation period a good spot for a Money Monday installment into your portfolio? Well, Michael Saylor certainly thinks so. He just did pick up another 250 million with his corporation. All right, I did say that was the last piece, didn't I? I will leave all links below, guys, in the description. Do check that out if you want to take a deeper dive into anything I just read here today. In the meantime, let's go over into the bubbles. What's going on in the alt space today? Well, it's green. It's hella green, actually. And nice uniformity among the green bubbles. Everybody's up to double digits. Well, not everybody, but quite a few are up double digits today. Among today's big leaders, synthetics, it's up nearly 30%. Big day for SNX. Sushi's up 20%. Aave is up 22%. Uni's up... Yes, Ave baby. Uni's up 13.4%. And we have the likes of BCH up 18%. MINA's up 12%. XCC up nearly 20%. Flow up 16%. Comp up nearly 16%. Runes up 10%. And a smattering of other coins up double digits. And a few that are up single digits. Only a few small losers today. ALGO's down nearly 7%. But ALGO had a stellar last few days. Let's see here. Who else is down today? Yeah, FTM, Phantom's down a few points. Atom is down. Cosmos is down nearly 10%. Harmony, One Chain down nearly 8%. But that's about what you figure. Some of these coins, bit of profit taking going on. But otherwise, alts are looking pretty fresh. Is this going to be the next big leg up for the market in the making? I don't know. I don't know. This is one choppy part of the market. You go long. Market moves down against you. You go short. It goes back up. Choppy times. All right. Well, let's continue, everybody. Let's get into the live chat. Who's kicking it with us this Tuesday afternoon? Bear with me as I scroll up to the top and expand out the chat window for today. Who's kicking it with us this Tuesday afternoon? Well, Ron Legato first in the chat. Big shouts to Ron Legato. Elliot Brown over on YouTube with a good vibes emoji. Well, thank you, Elliot Brown. Electric's with us as well. Shoutouts to you. Daniel over on YouTube. Big shoutouts. Mr. Ether mentioning we have a new supporter. Well, thank you. Alex1233. Hello. Well, big shoutouts. Jonah Love the Show's with us on DLive. Hello, everybody with the diamond hands. Well, shoutouts to Jonah. Love the show. Mike Maker on DLive as well. Jag077 on DLive. What's ahead for Bitcoin and Ethereum? Well, hang on. About 5 minutes, we'll be getting into the main analysis. We'll be telling you all about what comes from Bitcoin and Ethereum. Crypto Jenny, happy Tuesday, all. Shoutouts to Crypto Jenny. Welcome back to the show. Midwest, yes, we know Jason's with us, of course. ETH1, big shoutouts to you on YouTube. Let's see here. I can't wait. 2 minutes. Yes, 2 minutes to go live, indeed. Let's see here. Jonah says, nice little turnaround in the markets this morning or afternoon or wherever you are. Indeed, a big good evening, good morning, good night. Let's see here. Who else do we have? Nick K over on YouTube. Can you take a look at Strong, please? I will add Strong to the request line, along with SHIB, Rokoth with us on DLive. Hi all, great to see you online. Yes, we're back and we're online. Jonah says it's pissing down here in the UK. Raindrops the size of pigeon eggs. Well, England, the UK, the eternally rainy Isle. Best of luck over there. ETH1. What's up?
Said it's raining pigeon eggs.
Raining pigeon eggs, yes. Raining drops the size of pigeon eggs. Let's see here. Ron Legato, XTZ has been fun the last few days. Yeah, XTZ indeed has been performing well. I bought this deep on SHIB a lot, says ETH1. What do you mean you bought this deep? You went deep on SHIB? Well, good luck. Rhino TD, shoutouts to you. Let's see here. Then Soki with the request for Cardano. Hang Titan over on YouTube. B-Flow says, did you say steak? Not that kind of steak, big guy. Toes in the sand, I'm with you as well. Arcade, Jack's side is fine. Alex and Jason feel a little shaky. I've upped their volume along the way. Hopefully we're good. My new router uses smoke signals. No, my new router has been serving us reliably for a good while. Whatever issues we have might be others. I don't know. I don't think it's router this time. Bullish router, says ETH1. No, my router is neutral. Let's see here. Come on, Solana, fix your problem, says Rhino TD. Yes, Solana's problems are, too much success, too much of a good thing, right? Your network starts popping off, and then the load suddenly cuts you back down to size. Rhino TD, I thought it was decentralized. Haha, you thought it was decentralized. Funny guy. ETH1 can't shut down Bitcoin. Yeah, not easily, at least. Bitcoin practically bomb-proof. Alex81SG, aren't proof-of-stake chains destined to collapse? Yes, we read that comment a little earlier, but we got to get a move on, so I'm just going to breeze through some of the commentary. Ask about my wiener. I donated 69 in Ethereum on Friday, so don't forget to give me my shout-out. Well, ask about my wiener. I'm not sure where you sent that $69. Maybe it was to our tip jar. I got to check. But Mr. Wiener Dog, thank you so much. $69 in Ethereum. That's no small.
I think he sent it to... like it's a lost gas fee. I think that's what he's joking about.
Okay. So
No, I think he did ask for our tip jar wallet last Friday. So
he did. He might have. Yep. So I think he did indeed, and he might have actually sent that money. So thank you so much about my wiener dog. I'm certain the money got to where it belongs, and I thank you so much. Your support, guys, is incredible. Let's see here. Let's see here. Shoutouts to David Rhino TD. Let's see here. Let's see. Electric. Yes, Electric. You make a good point there. Ask about my wiener dog with a few requests. I see those as well, guys. Dark Rico. Big shoutouts to DR. Thank you so much for being with us. Be Free 7, what are you doing? She asks, or he or she asks, Dark Rico. What's going on with Algorand? Somebody asks. We'll add Algorand. Somebody with the name Because Lemon. Well, shout outs to the show. Aaron Webb. I think that's new to the YouTube. Haven't been here for a while. Noticed Jason wearing a suit. Does he plan on jumping out any windows with that suit on? Question mark. Haha. Well, Aaron Webb, definitely an OG. He remembers the Jason Bybit commercial.
yeah, I broke all my windows out.
Yes, he broke all his windows. We took multiple takes. Thank God. Thank God he had more than 3 windows in his house to jump
Got
out
on
of.
the fifth shot.
He got it on the 5th shot. I know. Let's have a look here. All right, guys. I do have to get a move on. I do appreciate your comments. I could read these all day. But we gotta get a move on. Paranormal Debunker's with us. It's fine on DLive, no hiccups for me. Well, thank you so much. I think Ukraine's going to be looking at El Salvador as a case study. Yes, they certainly are. I think it's too early, even for a professor to assume Ukraine's heading toward a Bitcoin national currency. Yes, indeed. The professor is indeed very bullish on this topic. Let's see here. Chico Blanco Verano, if you didn't connect back to Ethereum, if you don't connect back to Ethereum, forget it, okay? What a meme chain. You talk about Solana, a real meme chain? Indeed. You can't handle the truth, says BFlow, blah, 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 Be Free Sun. All right, guys. I love reading your comments, but we got to get into the next segment. Cheers to everybody in the live chat today. But Alex is going to be going live, which she already is. Brilliant. Connecting Alex now, jumping into the main scene. Here we go. All right, currently looking at the BTC USD chart on BitMEX. Looking good, Alex. I am going to head into the live chat, start collecting everybody's requests. So if you do have any coins you'd like us to look at, drop them in the chat now. In the meantime, enjoy the TA coming your way. Alex, you got the floor. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Thank you. So, on lower time frames was a crazy weekend, but actually we've mostly just traded sideways since last Friday. After a heavy move downwards, we've just been retesting the this particular support and resistance area. Currently treating resistance as support here. You can look at several different charts we've got. I would say right now we're stuck in between these two support resistance areas right here. I actually would not be surprised if we came back up, retested 50K from below, and then rejected downwards towards 35K, which is what we've been eyeing for weeks now.
Yep.
There's still lots of support below us. We've got a really strong low volume node right here. And price doesn't really want to cross this area. So essentially looking over here, the bottom of the trading range is holding for right now. So we look all the way back to February, and this appears to be the trading range. Low here, low here, low here, low here. Support, resistance. Yeah, I would suggest that right now it's a little too close to call. It could go either way, but I think I still want to see Bitcoin pull back more towards 35K range.
Yeah, I think
Same here.
overall, ultimately we get there. Just in the lower time frames, I just don't know if we get that swing to 59 or not. But I mean, it certainly seems like we could from here, right?
49 or 59?
What's that?
49 or 59, Jason? You see a swing all the way up to 59?
Oh no, sorry, I meant like 49, 50K, like
Gotcha,
that.
gotcha.
Like what Alex was talking about. I just don't know if we get that or not. We might.
I certainly hope so.
On Ethereum, as you can see right now, we appear to have turned. Well, we tried to turn resistance to support, and then we appeared it's still just resistance. So, this feels to me as if we'll reject from this area, come down, and either retest 2700, or we've also eyed. We were previously eyeing 2150, but at this point, if we came down to 2150, I don't see how we could do that without breaking the weekly uptrend that we need to hold. So zoom out here. This is the weekly parabolic trend that we've held since the beginning of 2020. Definitely.
Did we lose Alex, or was that just me?
I think we lost him.
All right. Bear with us, guys, one moment. Again, today's a funny day on the internet. So many hiccups coming through. My connection rippling. Alex having connection issues as well. Solana getting wrecked. Man, tough times out here. All right, bear with us, guys. I'm sure Alex will be back any moment. In the meantime, I'm still collecting your requests. Let's see here. Adding Cardano USD for Soki to the request line right now. Let's do it. ADA. One of those days. Internet just not cooperating.
Yeah, it even seems like mine's cutting out a little bit.
Wow, what's going on, guys? And my power went out in the middle of the night. Thank God for backup power. I don't know. Seems a little funky. Yep, it's not my router, guys. Come on, Solana, fix your problems. Indeed, can't shut down Bitcoin. I wanted to mint one NFT, but the fee was $1,200. Yes, that contract probably could use a little work. Yes, $1,200 in fees to mint one NFT. Amazing, right? Let's see here. Better off using Polygon. I guess so. Interested to see how well Ethereum transition. Yes, it is indeed the make or break moment for Ethereum. All right. Let's see here. Still adding requests. Here's one from Ask About My Wiener Dog. He wants to look at MINA and.
Hey guys, I'm back.
Oh,
Sorry.
you're back. No problem. I was. We were just talking, holding it down without you. If you could go live. And
oh, that's right. My live is gone. 1 second.
Yes, you're live.
What was the last thing everybody heard?
The last thing was.
Ethereum? You were still on Ethereum.
Still on Ethereum.
Yes.
All right, here we go. Alex is live again.
Well, then I'll just say, look, we've got this support resistance level that we've been eyeing at 3,300. As long as we can continue to stay above it on the weekly, I think Ethereum can continue. But if we close below 3,300 on the weekly, I just want to be out. I just want to be out of Ethereum, because at that point we could break the trend. Okay, let's look at Bitcoin dominance and various other.
I would assume it's rising.
Yep, we continue to find support around basically around 40% Bitcoin, 60% alts. I had been previously saying that if we were going to have a reversal in Bitcoin dominance, this would be the area where it happened. We'll see. If we get liftoff from this area, Bitcoin might just become the preferred choice instead of alts. Right now, alts are still kind of killing it.
Yep.
Uniswap perp looks good for continuation. Getting those Uniswap coins, guys. Dragon Perp, still at resistance. I don't really like it. I mean, look at the difference in strength here. Dragon Perp, still pretty far below the previous all-time high, still at resistance. Uniswap Perp.
Go.
I mean, it's just a beauty, right? There's no weakness here at all. DeFi Perp, this doesn't look too bad. Let's move this down. I want to look at this as a support resistance level right here. So resistance, 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 support, resistance, potentially support here. At the very least, I think we could bounce all the way up towards the 1500s. 15,000s. Privacy Perp still showing so much weakness relative to Uniswap Perp. Why not just get into Uniswap shitcoins, right? That's the strong chart. Exchange Perp, you know, stronger than a lot of stuff we've looked at, but ultimately still beneath resistance, and therefore not something that I'm super interested in. SHIB Perp, still beneath resistance. We're not ready to take this stuff. It really appears that Uniswap shitcoins, just ultra low cap shitcoins, are going to be your best bets right now in this market. Maybe we're just getting that part of the market cycle. I don't really know, but that's what this chart's telling us. Compared to everything else, it's just so much stronger. None of the other altcoin baskets on FTX just have a candle to it. Although I will say midcap has a really nice setup here. This is the support level that we've previously been eyeing. Here we are retesting it. It's interesting. Okay, so crypto market's up today. Dollar's got to be down, right? Dollar down. I'm telling you guys, this is not super difficult. All right, down day on the dollar. We'll see if we get continuation on it. For right now, it could still ultimately go either way. But this is starting to feel like we're still rejecting from resistance here. Because let's not forget, the dollar had to close above 93 to get the continuation. At least that's the like our perspective on the markets here. Our monthly candle look right now. We're already halfway through September. Jesus. I don't know. We really could be turning this support level, or we could be finding support at this previous support level right here. It could still go either way. I'm not convinced yet on the dollar here. All right, so dollar down, traditional markets up. Interesting. No. Dow Jones is down. So today we gap up on open and then just trade down all day long.
Looks like we were right to say a break below that trend is going to be a good shorting opportunity.
Yeah, and especially now that we've crawled below 350, this is another place where we were eyeing, where if we close strongly below this area, that's extra confirmation on our short.
Interesting to see that kind of price action in comparison to the Dixie and Bitcoin right now.
Yeah. NASDAQ down. We gap up on open, trade down all day. This is an initial short for my system. It's we're good to go here. Time transformation's ready to cross over. If we get a down month, we're still halfway through the month. A lot can happen. If we get a down month at all, time transformation's done. This trend's over. Certainly, the weekly here is starting to look a little suspect. What's our weekly trend? Let's clear out some of our old drawings here. This is really the most important line we need to be focused on right now, the weekly trend. Okay. S&P 500 down. That's very interesting. Oh, are we breaking this? Oh my goodness. So we're breaking below the weekly baseline here, which we did back in October briefly, but we haven't really done like this before.
I do remember specifically saying last week that I do believe this is the beginning of the actual break of that trend finally.
Yeah. So this is a linear trend, not a logarithmic trend. So is this on the monthly? Did I draw this trend on the monthly? Yes. Okay. And time transformation is almost done with this trend. That's not bad. I mean, it's like,
Yeah,
okay, turn over here. That was the top. We turned over here. That was the top.
man, could you a nice pullback to the baseline there and really melt some faces.
How big of a drop is that?
Like 30%? Nope. 15.
Respectable 15% drop.
There will be some news articles.
There will be blood. Guys, the traditional markets look really crappy here. We could get... and September is traditionally a bad month for the markets. The second half of September is traditionally very bad. Okay. Well, this is interesting. So the markets are actually diverging from the dollar a little bit in this spot. Normally, with the dollar down, we would see the markets, or at least with the markets down like this, we would see the dollar up because people would be fleeing into the dollar. But perhaps people aren't fleeing into the dollar yet. They just haven't begun to panic yet on this. I don't like this as a dip buying opportunity. I know there's been a lot of really good ones on the way up, and I know that we've missed a lot of them because I'm a bearish person. But guys, this is really bad juju.
Yep, I agree.
All right, world markets. Let's take a look. We didn't really get to review them at all yesterday. Gold up. This could be a good opportunity to get back into the trend that we dumped over here. I still think we can take this up towards 1950. Silver appears to be holding the break of this downtrend right here. I would be interested in taking a continuation long signal if time transformation okayed it. Palladium. Oh my god, it just keeps dying.
It's like we saw it. Yeah, I think it continues all the way to that trend line, man. You could get a reaction off there, though. There is some historical support.
Mm-hmm.
Well, whoever's been following along, if you've been in a Palladium short, congratulations.
Yeah, I think we've got to pull back up towards this area and retest this previous support as resistance. I don't see us continuing all the way straight down here. I just don't. Platinum. Okay, we're now in the buy zone. I think this is a place to begin buying platinum. So you can see we've just retouched our local point of control. Copper not getting much liftoff here. Brent crude. That seems to be a break of trend. Well, we've been pushed out of this short officially. I guess we're going to have to eat this one. Corn, I think, is ready for a bounce. Kind of hanging out in our local point of control. Natural gas nearing our next take profit area. We're going to hold until 550. At 550, that's when we'll look to take some profits. That is the this previous area of resistance. Boom. Support. Boom, right here. Yeah. Soybeans continuing to show weakness as long as they are underneath our trend line right here. That's right.
Short that shit.
Yeah. So far, so good.
Yep.
China's still hanging out in the liquidity of the lows right here. I think it still looks good for long. France, well, we know what time it is. France is going down. Hong Kong showing a surprising amount of weakness right here. I just wouldn't do anything at this time. Well, we're short the UK here. Sorry, United Kingdom.
We're sorry.
Just calling it like I see it. No hard feelings. Man, I'm not really sure what India's doing right here. We traded sideways and kept climbing up before. Maybe we'll do it again. For right now, I would just leave it alone. Japan is kind of breaking out of our resistance level. It's the only thing that looks really strong right here, and we're at the top of the trading range. I would be taking profits on Japan right here and wait to see what happens. We are getting an exit signal on the daily. Netherlands continuing after breaking our trend too. Well, we may have to eat crow on the Netherlands here, but Netherlands has been the strongest out of the European markets. Singapore, excellent, excellent, excellent. Yep, Singapore is probably going down.
Right.
Taiwan, we're a little bit underwater, but I'm not too concerned. Still seems to be at resistance. I would be looking for another cross under, and if we did, we going harder.
Not to expedite your main analysis, but we will be getting into the request line in just a minute, guys. I'll let Alex kind of wrap this up.
Yeah. 10-year bonds showing a lot of strength right here. This looks like it's curling up. It's crossing back over our daily moving average. 2-year bonds showing some strength. 5-year bonds showing some strength. Russell might actually break down from this big distribution area. I mean, come on, look at it. Look at it. S&P 500. 30-year bonds showing a lot of strength and I think breaking our downtrend. Let's look at this. Yep. Okay, guys. I think the markets look like it might be, if you haven't taken like any profits off of this summer and you haven't like paid yourself out for good trades and stuff like that, it's not a bad time. Maybe we move on. Maybe so. Maybe crypto diverges from the rest of the markets. Maybe I'm just wrong about being so bearish, but you know, bonds are looking up, stocks are looking down. End of September is usually pretty rough. Remember we wanted to sell in May and go away and like, you know, we didn't quite do it. Maybe we should, let's, you know, listen to the markets here. We'll see. All right, let's go ahead and look at the chart requests.
Request time, everyone. We are about to get into it. Let's do it. Gonna put the first request up on the board. What are we gonna have here? It's Nick K on YouTube writing, can you take a look at Strong, please? And some possible entry points. Thank you. All right, let's look at STRONG.
The problem is that we're kind of set up very similarly to the rest of the market in that we're underneath the daily baseline, and this isn't really an area for us to be looking along. Let's get more data. Let's open up Chartix. You know what? I think this just might continue from here. Yeah. Yeah, I guess with the break of the downtrend here, we kind of retest it and hold it. I think this might be a good area to be long from. I would try and grab it as close to $400. Well, actually, I guess $420 as I could. And if that area didn't hold, I would dump it below 400 and look to pick it up near 300, 275. But this is actually a pretty strong chart, so I think we could. There's a chance we could just continue here. Yeah, we're going parabolic. See our trend lines getting trendier. What about like this? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's strong is pretty strong here. What's next?
All right. Well, shoutouts to, of course, Nick K with that request for Strong on YouTube. Let's go ahead and get into the next request. Oh, yeah, before I do, just big shoutouts. We did get a $3 AUD. Where was it here? Yes, Elliot Brown. Shoutouts to you on YouTube. Gave us a $3 super chat with a bit of an emoji. Thank you so much for that super chat. Let's go ahead and get into the next request. I'm going to also load those lemons up. But in the meantime, we have SHIB. SHIB for... who is it? ETH1. Yeah, ETH1 wants to look at SHIB. Let's do it.
Okay. And arguably, we're hanging out and accumulating in this area, but you could buy here and just be stuck here for several months, which is what the people who bought here in July and August are, still kind of sideways, or people bought in June, still kind of sideways here. Yeah, there's just I would suggest there's probably nothing that you want to be doing in this spot until we get, some kind of momentum coming in. What's next?
All right. Well, that was a look at SHIB. Quick and to the point. Gotta love it. We, of course, just stocked 1,000 lemons. I did have to double up the lemon bag today, guys, on account of missing Monday. If you're here today, we're gonna give away double the usual amount of lemons. I'm scheduling that for, say, maybe after this next request is up. We are about 30 seconds away. So let's say a minute or two once Alex takes a look at this request from Ron Legato. Tezos has been fun the last few days. Can we look at XTZ? Yeah, let's go look at XTZ.
I like it, but we're just kind of at resistance right now. Here you see us at resistance right here, $7.50 basically. What if we came back and retested like $4.40 over here? Previous area of resistance. We'll just kind of come back down here. Retested the support for continuing, maybe. Then again, this volume down here to $1.60 is super interesting. Yeah, what's next?
All right, what's next? Well, we're going to get into the chest opening and going to introduce the next request. It is about quarter after. Big shout outs to, let's see here. I think somebody dropped a diamond super chat a moment ago. Yes, David Rice on DLive dropped a diamond writing, "Love the show. Thanks for all you do." Well, thank you very much, David Rice. That diamond sure helps.
Yes, thank you.
Sure helps keep the lemon giveaways coming. Today's lemon distribution starts in about 30 seconds. Yes, your warning is now. I'm going to introduce the next request and then go click distribute. We have Cardano for Nin Soki on YouTube. Get ready, guys.
Yeah, there's just nothing really for us to do right here in this spot. Potentially giving us a continuation short signal. Not sure I would want to take it while we're potentially on top of support. So here we got resistance of the previous all-time high in May. Now acting as support for us. if we were going to reverse, this would be the area we would do it from. I mean, if you ask me, it seems more likely that we would probably reverse from this area, right? I'd be pretty careful here. I don't know if I would want to be long until we got some momentum off of this support at $2.25. What's next?
All right. Yes, there is your look at Cardano with smart contracts launching on there now, as we covered in the news. Yeah, it might in fact be more demand for Cardano to try to speculate on all those hot new rugs available at your local Cardano dealer. Let's go ahead and yeah, shout out to the big winners for today's giveaway. Alex 1233, you really cleaned up today, buddy. You came away with over 200 lemons. Shout outs to Rhino TD and ETH1. They're taking the number 2 and 3 spot. Be Free 7 and Franklin MC also rounding out 4 and 5. Thank you everybody who got their D-Live lemons on today. Big winners. All right, still a few minutes remaining in the show and a couple requests still to power through. Let's double time these remaining requests. This one's for Ask About My Wiener Dog on D-Live. Wants to look at MINA. And is this MINA protocol? Is this the one that we got airdropped and I sold probably way too early? Let's go look.
I don't think so. I thought that was Mir.
Yeah.
And Pangolin.
MINA protocol.
Well, it's pretty new. It's pretty vertical. Looks like it's going to keep going. Yeah, for right now, I just don't see any signs of weakness.
Yeah, if you boarded that train, congrats.
Yeah, I would just keep my eye on it. But for right now, I would just be looking to stay in if I could. What's next?
All right, brilliant. And that was a look, of course, at MINA for asking about my wiener dog. Up next, Link, also for Mr. Wiener Dog. Okay, perfect.
And see, this is still below our daily baseline, still below resistance. I don't think I'm ready to pick this up. We sort of did the thing. Instead of coming up and then down, we came down and then up to the spot. Eh. Go figure. Am I dropping?
No,
Hello,
you're fine.
guys?
You're fine. You're fine. Jason was the
Who do
one
I
who.
keep hearing dropping?
That was Jason. Jason's having some
Okay.
issues. But no, you're all good. Everything coming through A+. Is that the end of Link, or are you still completing your thoughts?
There's not much more to say here.
All
I
right.
think we're still likely to pull back. We're more likely to pull back on Link than not.
All right. We might check out MINA again, guys. I do see people saying there's more data on MINA on another exchange, but we'll round out maybe toward the end. In the meantime, let's look at Jag077's request. He wants to look at Algorand, asking what's going on with ALGO. All right, something going on with ALGO?
For right now, on the daily, we're starting to put in some bearish divergences. I think it's likely we're going to pull back at least towards 175, if not maybe 150. Just look a little topped out here for right now. What's next?
Yep, certainly does. I do see a bit of a correction on that. ALGO, as Alex just pointed out. All right, next up, we have the following for Alex81SG over on D-Live. Can you look at a possible entry long-term on gold, XAU? All right. Gold.
I already looked at gold.
Any chance?
I feel like I've talked about gold a lot more than pretty much any other crypto show, so I don't really feel the need to say anything more. You know, we're kind of targeting 1950 in the midterm. and then we'll see what happens to it. I mean, this is a decent spot to be picking it up. If you're not sure how I feel about gold, you go look at the earlier part of the show. What's next?
All right, Alex81SG. Sorry, we couldn't. Although we did kind of cover it. I'm sure in some detail. Did you check that out? We did cover it.
Yeah, it's
so
not like I'm refusing to cover it. I just already did the stuff.
Exactly. So. But if you check back tomorrow, Alex, maybe we'll give gold a further look along your questions lines. Let's have a look at this one. It's for SNX for Poly B on DLive. SNX for continuation, if not already requested, please. All right, so they're asking about SNX. Is it clear for continuation?
Yeah, this looks like a good trade. This is almost an initial long signal for us. We're just not quite above zero here on time transformation. But I think I'd be looking to take this long. This looks pretty good. DeFi is just, kind of lagged the rest of the market. Yeah. Feel the gun in my head, I think I'd rather take this long. Yeah, the 3-day looks good here. I say I give it a thumbs up. What's next?
All right, big shout outs to, of course, Poly B for that look at SNX. Indeed, looking good. What do we have here? This is one of the last requests of the day. Adam on YouTube writes, this Bitcoin on the 1 hour looked kind of Wyckofian, and this last move was almost like a spring. Okay, how do you feel about the candle structure on the hourly Bitcoin chart? Wyckofian plus spring?
No, I don't know that I really see it. And this could be a spring. I mean, we definitely made like this lower low here that scared everybody, and then we totally faded them. But I'm not convinced that we still don't break down from this area.
And I'm back. I don't know what that was about.
Welcome back, buddy.
Yeah, my internet went out too. I had to restart everything.
Dude, there's like a ripple in the matrix today. Like,
right?
Everybody's internet is acting wonky. What's going on, guys? Solar storm?
Sun flare. We got a solar flare coming in.
Maybe this is why coffee and just for lower time frames. Like, okay, yeah, so we come down here, we make the spring and hold our moving average. Maybe we test down a couple more times and then spring up towards 50K from below. And then, like, this is the area that we ultimately reject from. I mean, if you're trying to use this as a Wyckofian thing, I think it might be too late. You would have to have been like anticipating the spring here.
Yeah.
What's next?
All right. Well, there was a look at the Wyckofian 1 hour look from Adam on YouTube. Thank you very much for that. Here is a question from Ryan King on YouTube. Did you guys ever jump into that POAI stock? All right, so POAI is something we covered not long ago on the channel. It's a traditional.
I think that was the one that we realized that it had done a stock split. If I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's just trading sideways for right now. It looks like it's going to come down and retest the lows. I still think the volume that came in here is kind of interesting. But yeah, because the reason that anyway, yeah. So no one did POAI. I didn't do POAI.
Nobody actually took a dime on POAI, but thank you, Ryan King, for a reminder on that. Maybe we'll check it out again down the road. Here is Texas Blues on YouTube. Hi guys, quick look at DOT would be highly appreciated. Cheers. All right. Pokey Dot. Let's do it.
Kind of hanging out at our resistance. As a matter of fact, maybe this is an area where we should start to be looking to take profits on dot as we near $40. Okay, this makes sense. Yeah, I want to be taking profits as we near $40, not going in harder. If we break above 40 and then turn 40 into support, like we retest it and it becomes support, then I'd be willing to long dot again. But right now, after this long move up from $10 to $40, gotta get some kind of pullback, I think. We'll see. What's next?
All right, that was one of the last requests of the day. Mr. Ether wrote on YouTube, "Is Wyckoff relevant on the 1 hour time frame?" Well, that was my
Yeah,
thoughts too,
it
but
is.
yeah, I figure.
It's relevant on the. It happens on lower time frames too. It does.
All right, yeah, that would be my thoughts too. But yeah, fractal. I guess these fractal patterns can exhibit themselves on all types of time frames. So there you have it. Thank you, Alex, for answering that one. Well, what is the last request of the day? The very, very last one, guys. Thank you, everybody who kicked it today. ETH1 on D Live writes TA on pasta. Is this serious? What the hell is
Yeah.
pasta? Pasta coin. Pasta finance. Is it pasta finance or spaghetti finance? Because there's two of them when I search pasta. And I'm not even joking. I'm actually half laughing here, but it's true. You search pasta, spaghetti finance comes up.
Oh yeah.
I presume it's this token right here. There seems to be enough liquidity. This is the weekly. Seems okay to take, I guess. I'm not super fond of this trend break here. I think if we close above 65 cents here, you could probably take it to at least $1.45. It's kind of like a nice little 2x. Oh, this actually looks really strong now that I look at it on a linear chart. I like it. I like this one. There's nice volume coming in after this long basing period. I think this can keep going, maybe even past $1.40. This looks pretty good for a chart. What's next?
Well, what's next is the outro, guys. We did it.
All
Knocked
right.
out another series of requests. Another Tuesday installment in the Breaking Bitcoin Market Update is in the bag. Big shout outs to everybody once again who kicked it with us this Tuesday afternoon. You know what it is, though. It's time to head out the door. We will greet you, of course, on Wednesday, where we also have Alex. Correct me if I'm wrong. We do have our community mentorship session ready to go for tomorrow, right? All clear?
Yeah, we should have it tomorrow.
All right, beautiful guys. We look forward to having you there tomorrow as well. Of course, if you are interested in what we get down to during those community mentorship sessions, if you do want to step up your game as a trader, kind of get into the trading zone, we are certainly the place to go to. Let me get this on screen. Actually, here we go. Now it is. Now it's on screen. Yes, premium.crackingcryptocurrency.com. That's where you go. That's your gateway for education material, proprietary indicators for TradingView that we developed in-house, Pathways to Profits course, Premium Members Lounge, mentorship on Wednesdays. Man, so many goodies available by just checking out premium.crackingcryptocurrencies. Yes, traders do in fact win by joining our VIP. Take the discretionary trading out of it, step up your game, and yeah, learn some systems-based trading. Learn how to build a backwards testable system. I guess forwards and backwards. Man, so many cool things to be had there in terms of education material. All right, we've shouted out the premium. It's time to move toward the outro and getting out the door. Final words to our boys.
Be careful out there, guys. Trade safely.
Just overall, be careful. Not really much in today. for me, just in the sense of probably going to be sitting on my hands because a lot of volatility over the weekend has just kind of got my oscillators just right in the middle in the no trade zone. So I'll probably be sitting on my hands until something good happens here. But just take it day by day, guys. Trade safely.
Hey, I'm holding out for my take profit on that bottom picked long. So pray for me, boys. I'm gonna need it. I'm gonna be taking fat profits. The test of 50K resistance. Till then, we're gonna talk about it tomorrow. Peace out.
Goodbye.